December 15th, 2009. In order to fulfill the responsibility of love to the family, become knowledgeful and equal to the Father, and remain stable in the stage of being a detached observer. Let your intellect have faith in the Father, yourself, the drama, and the family, and become victorious. I repeat the title. To fulfill responsibility of love to the family, to the Brahmin family, become knowledgeful and equal to the Father. Remain stable in the stage of being a detached observer. Let your intellect have faith in the Father, yourself, and the drama, the three dots, and the family, fourth dot. And then you'll become
Victorious.
victorious. Faith is victory. Today, the powerful Father is seeing his powerful children. And that already tells you what a Murli is going to be about and what a great Murli is going to be about. Because each child is making effort with deep love to become equal to the Father, Bap Saman. Bap Dada is pleased to see you children and sing the songs of the wonder of you children in his heart. What does Baba do? Say, what do you do up there, Baba, in the Southern region? Sings the songs of wonder of the children. They're playing in his heart all the time. Wa, children, wa. You children are the crown on the Father's head. You children are worshipped in two forms, whereas the Father is only worshipped in one form. So you children go ahead of your own Father through the Father, and this is why the Father is pleased to see the efforts of you children. So who does Pele up better than Baba? He's supreme. He doesn't have to do anything, but he does it anyway. He puts us all ahead of himself. He doesn't even get to move ahead by doing that. We get to do that, but he doesn't. Of course, you are number-wise, but having an aim in your efforts is making you move ahead. Today at Amrit Vela, Baba saw one aspect, which is the foundation of this knowledge in all you children everywhere. The foundation of this knowledge is faith. First, you got to have faith. You don't get power until you have faith, based on knowledge. It is said, those whose intellects have faith are
victorious.
Victorious. So Baba saw faith in all of you. Number-wise, of course, everyone has faith in the Father, and the sign of that is you have all recognized the Father. So you don't have to make effort, right? You have faith. Are you living according to that faith? No. But do you have it? Yes. Or you wouldn't have recognized Baba. And therefore you belong to him, and you have also come here in order to meet him. So you must have faith. Who are you coming to meet? Each child has unbreakable faith in the Father. But as well as faith in the Father, your faith in other things also has to be strong. There has to be faith in
The self?
yourself. That's the number one weakness. You don't have faith in yourselves. As well as that, there has to be faith in
The drama.
drama. And then
The family.
faith in the family. To be strong in these four types of faith means that your intellects have faith. To be victorious on that basis. So you're not victorious because you lacked faith in one of these four things. So check, am I strong in these four types of faith? In having faith in the Father, all of you say, my Baba, Mera Baba, and you say, I belong to the Father.
Father belongs to
How do
me.
you say that in Hindi?
Me Baba ka Baba.
Me Baba Ka, right? That song, Me Baba Ka. You say mine for the Father, and you've claimed a full right over the Father. You claimed a constant right from the Father and claimed a right to all the treasures. Along with those treasures, faith in yourself is essential. Essential, not an ordinary word. Why? Because if I do not have faith in myself, if you do not have faith in yourself, he's talking to us, you then become disheartened. It's essential. Why? What other effort you're making doesn't work if you don't have faith in yourself. So you're wasting your time. Faith in oneself is, I am an embodiment of the self-respect given to me by my Baba. I have a right to self-sovereignty. The Father himself has given me so much self-respect. Put each point of self-respect into your awareness, and you will then become so intoxicated. Instead of thinking about your Maya, think about
Self-respect points.
those self-respect points. Nowadays, if people receive any title, they consider it to be their fortune. But who has given you children each and every point of self-respect? Bap Dada himself has made each child an embodiment of self-respect. By remembering each point of self-respect, you can fly with happiness. This is why you got to stop thinking of yourself in your body-conscious old way. The self-respect he's talking about having given you is in your angelic form sitting up in the subtle region. If you can't see that, yeah, you will never get into your self-respect. By chanting the points of self-respect here, it will raise your awareness so you could possibly experience it from up there in its true form. So constantly have this much intoxication of faith in yourself. I am one out of multi-million souls who has self-sovereignty through the Father, and I am an embodiment of self-respect. Why? Because Baba gave you respect. So again, all you got to do is agree with Baba. What's your problem? You don't believe Baba and you don't agree. Who are you to disagree when God says you are the most elevated, victorious jewels of the cycle? And you say, no, Baba, you're wrong. What is this? Just as you have faith in the Father, in the same way, it is essential to have faith in yourself. Because when you have faith in yourself, your intellect then has faith.
Grandfather.
Wrong.
Drama.
Take time and think. When you have faith in yourself, your intellect then has faith in every action of yours. It's not enough that you say in your mind, I have faith. If you don't show that faith in action, there's no faith, no power, no victory. That is, you have self-respect and are therefore victorious. The meaning of faith is success. The proof of faith is success. The meaning of faith is success. It is not, I have faith in the Father. It's very good that you have faith in the Father. But as well as having faith in the Father, it's also essential to have the intoxication of who I am, lesson 1. Remember each and every point of self-respect and faith. And the intoxication will then be visible in your activity and your face, which is basically the basis of supersensuous joy and happiness. It is visible and it will continue to remain visible. As well as this, the third thing is having faith in
Drama.
This is also necessary because within the drama, there are problems and there is also success. If you have firm faith in the drama, then those whose intellects have faith based on their faith are able to then change problems into the form of solution. Because faith means victory. So whom do you attain victory over? By it transforming it, any problem then becomes a form of solution in 1 second. You would then not have any upheaval in your mind. You would remain unshakable because by having the knowledge of the drama, you become unshakable and immovable. Faith in your action is because of faith in the drama. Faith in the drama is, therefore, everything's fine. Why do I have to shake and be scared? So fear is because you lack faith in your actions and lack faith in the drama. That is why you still choose to be scared. You have the faith that you are an embodiment of solution in the previous cycle too. That is, you were a successful soul. You are now that. You are now that, and that after a cycle 2, you're going to become that again. Do you have that kind of faith? Right? Okay, maybe you can't completely visualize it. God said so. Is that enough for you to have faith that you're going to become it? And can you use that faith practically to say, when Maya comes to shake you, you say, you can't shake me, Maya. I have complete faith in drama and Baba and in myself. Go away. And then Gollum has to go away. But not unless you command him to go away. What gives you the strength to do that? Faith. Baba says, so this intoxication enables you to make your faith in the drama pakka firm. You then have this spiritual intoxication. Hindi word is fakur. You have the pure pride and spiritual intoxication. Based on faith in the drama. If you had faith in the drama, you would be that intoxicated. If you're that intoxication, where's their margin for fear? So your fear is because you're not intoxicated, because faith is weak. Understand? Therefore, it is essential to have faith in the drama. In this effort-making life, it's essential to have faith in the drama in this effort-making life. Everything going on all over the world is drama. It's a play. It's a drama. As well as this, the fourth thing is to have faith in the family. Because the Father created the family as soon as he came. They were already created even before they came into knowledge. Just showing up, they were created. Remember, he created the subtle region. Who's up in the subtle region? Every member of this family. Before you even had awareness of them or of yourself as being part of this family. So why do you have some right? You have some God-given right to dislike and not want to be part of someone to be part of the family? That's arrogance, right? Baba sent them. He picked them. They're part of the family. Just as you have faith in the Father, it's essential to have faith in the family too, because after all, whose family is it? So if you don't have faith in Baba's family, what's that telling you about your faith in Baba? Who else can have such a huge family? It is essential, extremely essential to have faith in the family. Because who else in the world has such a big family? You can check as many families as you want in the world. Does anyone have such a family? Not even a divine father, meaning a founding father, has such a large family because they have followers, whereas here is a family. It is with this family that you continue to do service and have relationships. It is not that you have a connection with only the Father. And so it does not matter if you do not have it with the family. No, that's not true. It does matter. Your faith in the family has to last for
Entire cycle.
Nope. You don't have it in the second half.
21.
21 births. You know that, do you not? So then why do you lack faith in the family? Because they're not totally pure. But why can't you see them as totally pure? Because
I'm not totally.
you're impure. Oh, there's the root of the problem. So don't judge judge not, lest ye be judged. Judge not their purity until you become
Pure.
and then you won't feel you got to judge them anymore. It's by coming into connection with the family, with your intellect, having faith, that you come to know that you're moving along with everyone in this big family. In order to move along with the family, you then have to pay attention to this. Each one in this family has and will have different sanskars. Your memorial is the rosary. And if you look at the rosary, you can see the first number as well as the 108th number, because they are all those with different sanskars in the family. So you have to move along in such a big family, whilst understanding one another's sanskars. It is one family, one father, one kingdom. And so we have to move along
Together.
united. Just as this is a big family, so you have to have a big heart with everyone and get along with everyone, while stable in the stage of having good wishes and pure feelings for everyone. Because within this family, there are sanskars and natures. There is something. Some may think, what does it matter about the family? Family. You know, some say that, right? I have faith in Baba. However, here, both religion and kingdom are being established. It's not just a religion. And a kingdom, therefore, means
Family.
so all the other founders of religions who came simply established a religion, not a kingdom. Here, all of you are going to rule. In a kingdom, a family is needed, and you have to live with the family for 21 births in different forms. You cannot leave the family and go away anywhere. So check this. Do not think the Father knows what I know. The Father knows and I know, right? Everything is to do with the Father. Everything is to do with the Father. But if one type of faith is lacking out of these four faiths, then there'll have to be fluctuation. You fluctuate because one of these faiths is lacking. Of course, the Father is with you as your service companion. in order to give you Sakash. But who are your companions? The physical company that you have is the Brahmin family. So the father saw that the majority of you are moving along well in having three types of faith, but you also have to fulfill your responsibility to the family. You have to harmonize your sanskars. You have to see and get along with one another with feelings of benevolence. Many children move along according to their capacity in this. Ooh, this bad word, capacity. However, the father has seen that those who are knowledgeable and having faith in the family and who constantly move along and live with the stage of detached observer, like the father, are the ones who become number one or come in the number one division. So check. Natures and intentions are within a family. Trivial mistakes happen in a family. When you're a family, the mistakes become trivial. When they're not part of your family, you see their mistakes as big. Little things make you get hurt. Obstacles come in terms of your family. So it is most essential to pass in terms of this family. You need the family to pass. Why? Because it's through the family you get,
Blessings.
well, also, because the family is the bestower of obstacles. The family is the bestower of correction. Whether it's intended by your teacher who's trying to help you, or it's done unintentionally because they're just mad at you or dislike you or in a body conscious state. You still have to see it as what is there here for me to learn about myself and what do I have to change and overcome. If there's anything lacking when it comes to moving along with the family and fulfilling your responsibility, then whether it's small or a large obstacle, it causes you trouble. It is only in connection with this family that questions arise. Why is it like this? How is this like this? So instead of asking why, realize you have to get along together. Realize this. You have to get along together. Something you're not understanding? You have to get along together. It's connected to the other point about the rosary, right? You can't escape the rosary. It's your destiny. You can't say I'm a Brahmin and then not be part of the rosary. Realize that you have to get along together and fulfill the responsibility of a family because this is the father's family. Every member of this Brahmin family is Baba's child. Therefore, they're your brother and sister. Have the faith. Wa Baba, wa drama, wa. Wa I, the self. Wa mere. And wa, the Brahmin family. Is this all right? Do you check this? Have you passed in all four? In all four, not three, in all four? Not lacking in even one? Which one's he talking about?
Family.
Check this. Check right now, because this is only way to become victorious. Okay? Your fear will stop you from being victorious. Your fear to love will stop you from being victorious. It is in the family that sanskars emerge. In order to harmonize those sanskars, you have to transform the sanskars and also look at the family with elevated vision, even when they're not behaving so elevated. Bap Dada told you earlier too that Bap Dada looks at even the last number child as being most fortunate. Why? He has recognized God. He has recognized the Father who is in an ordinary form. If he can do that, he can't be very ordinary, right? Such great Mahatmas have not been able to recognize God. It's the same point. Such Mahatmas haven't been able to recognize God, but even the last child of Bap Dada says,
My Baba.
my Baba. Right? He says from his heart, my Baba. Just as Bap Dada gives love and remembrance to the children. So seeing the specialty of even the last child, he gives the name to the last one too. So check whether you are okay in three or in all four. Or are you okay only in just two? Or just one? That's what he said. Yeah. Have you checked? Do you want to know the answer to this question? Then go check. Did you check? It means you're supposed to check right when he said it, okay? Those of you who think that you're all right in having faith in all four, the Father, yourself, Brahma, and family, those who have faith in all four, raise your hands. You are okay. You are okay. Should Bubba test you if you're okay? Bubba, don't test us. Yes, raise them. Okay? Are you okay? Have you passed in the subject of the family? You have to form a relationship with the family because you are not going to leave this family. There is no exit here. Even if you leave Gyan, you cannot exit because you recognize the Father. It's eternal. Right? All the ones who left Gyan, do they not have an eternal connection to the rosary? Are they not part of the rosary? They're just lower down on the rosary, right? There's no exit. You identified yourself as soon as you said, my Baba. That's why you can't live in this illusion that, what he said, you're not sannyasis. You can't run away from things. If you think you can, guess what? You have to form a relationship with them because you're not going to lead this family. You have to live in this family and fulfill your responsibility to the family. So have you passed in this? Do you ever think it would be good if this one were not here? Common life would be better. Service would be better. I'd make more progress. They would only just leave. Oh, God, so much. Bob is so funny. Why is this one doing this? Why does this happen? Do you have such thoughts? Do you have such thoughts? Do you have such complete intoxication? See, it's not easy being honest with Baba. Do you have such complete intoxication of the family? Oh, faith means intoxication. Oh, so you have to be intoxicated about this wonderful family I belong to that I wish some of them would go away. That's not intoxication. That's just selfish. Because instead of being honest yourself and being honestly dishonest yourself and becoming a sannyasi and run away, you're wishing that they become sannyasis and run away. What's that? Baba loves you, child. You're my brother. Would you mind running away? One who has faith in all four will not have thoughts like this or like that. Excuses. Or I like this or I like that. There's no like. It may enter your thoughts. Why does it happen like that? But the question of why or what should not shake you. They left Gyan. They broke purity. They did this. They did that. Can't shake you if you're not trapped in like this, like that name and form. It should not change your mood. Does your mood sometimes change? Like every day, your mood changes, no? Of course your mood is changing. Why? How do you know your mood changes? Can you not just watch your feelings and know? Are you in unlimited pure feelings for everyone all the time? So then your mood must be changing. This is known as passing in all four. You raise your hands and please Bap Dada. But Bap Dada sometimes has to hear and see a lot. When it comes to this thing about the family, Baba sees a lot of what's going on. You have a totally big heart. Everyone has to be put right. And now here's the caveat Surgeon General warning. But with good wishes and pure feelings. If you don't have that, don't try to put anybody right. Because you'll be wrong. And you'll make them more wrong than they were before. Because there is just one family. All of you have to get along, united, together, and make others move along. You're not going to make just yourself move along in this way, but you have to also make others move along in this way. So hence why you have to do subtle service. Because there's some people who don't even want to look at you. Right? When you talk to you. Does that mean you can't move along together? No, you have to do it through good wishes. And if you do good wishes, eventually you'll get along and you'll move along together. You're not going to make yourself just move along in this way, but make others move along the same way too, because this is why Bapta is drawing your attention to this. Those in the family who pass any upheaval and who do not have any waste have to make others like that too. So if you're still having waste, guaranteed you're having waste about yourself and the family. At present, How many of you live at your centers? At the most, it may be maximum in India, of course, 25 to 50. There aren't that many. But if it's a big place, perhaps there may be 50 or 60 at most. Say there may be 100, but still there aren't that many. But just think that there are many. Because you might say, oh, but it's such a small family. Bapdada has made you children at all the centers, even the last one, move along. You're not doing it. Baba's sustaining it. Saying that you are a loved child. Okay? In this ego thinking, I'm all alone, I have to sustain myself, then clearly your yoga is disconnected. And therefore you're feeling sorry for yourself. The sign of love is, what is the love and remembrance that Bapdada gives you every day? Sweet, sweet children. Knowing that there are also sour children. Has Baba ever given love and remembrance saying, sweet and sour children? To the sweetest and sourest children. Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. He calls them loved ones too, the sour ones. And not only does he say this, but he believes that that child is my child, even though he knows they're a bit of a sourpuss. He makes that one move along with the feeling that he belongs to him, even though he knows he's sour. Because he knows that in this drama and in the rosary, not everyone is number one. That is the final result. So he knows that already. So he says, well, I have to love them even if they're a low number, if they're sour. That's unconditional love. And you have to love that way. So you don't get the luxury to see anyone as being sour or whatever. Even if they are, it doesn't matter. You have to be sour jeet in your drishti. There are different sanskars, and there have to be, otherwise, according to knowledge of the cycle of drama, the king. So what are you arguing? You're not being kingly enough? Be more of a king than me? In fact, take my seat as a king? Or do you just accept someone doesn't have the right to be the king and it's your chance to be the king? So where's this margin for being sour or disliking sour people? It's part of the job description. Kings have to love sour people. Everyone would be a king. Then who would be the subjects? It's so obvious. It's just simple logic. Over whom would you rule? Good people are also needed. Royal people. This is a kingdom. In this way, each of you has to check yourself. In a family, someone may have bad sanskars in one respect. But what are your sanskars? Ooh, we don't want to talk about that. On seeing the bad sanskars of someone, if your sanskars also become bad, then it means you've become bad. Doesn't mean any more than that. You were the one who got influenced by their badness, and now you're bad. Now we got two bad people. The bad spoils the good. At the time of establishment, Bapdada looked after 350 to 400 souls together in the beginning of the yajna. At present, no one has a family living together that big. Okay, you may have different duties, but that is a duty, and in a family there are duties. An ordinary family, an ordinary duty, you spend the day in an ordinary way. It's not like that. This is a unique and lovely family. So don't feel anything about this family as ordinary. For you to be disturbed in this over ordinary weaknesses, karmic accounts, ordinary family interaction, and then make the excuse that it happened because, which is really about you, why you say these words, which are untrue words. That happened because?
They did that and the other person did that.
Correct. Because that one did that. That happened because that one did that. However, did the father not have to face opposition, difficulties? There are those who went away. Was that not opposition to Baba? Even then, although some departed, the father said, send them totally and try to call them back. Serve them and remind them. So do you have to pass in having all four types of faith? Or just, so Baba says, remind them. So do you have to pass in having, so do you have to pass in having all four types of faith or just 3 or 2 types of faith? All four. So you have to make effort to claim number 1. For this, although the preparations for destruction are being made, destruction is still waiting to take place. Nature comes to the Father. Nature, the element, says, now the burden is too much. Even the elements want to be liberated from that burden. Maya also says, I know that my part is about to finish. But there are such children in the Brahmin family who become my companions over trivial matters. Maya says this. They make me sit down with them, Baba. They make me. In bringing about your own kingdom, faith in these 4 things is still a percentage. And this is why time is also waiting for you, destruction time. However, both Maya and nature are ready. Now speak, should Baba give them the order? If you children are not ever ready, should Baba then give the order to Maya and nature to destroy everything? Should he? Raise your hands. Are you ready? Do not raise your hands just like that. A test will come. A paper will come. Are you ever ready? This was 2009. Now Bap Dada has the hope in each child that you finish kese, how, and instead say essay like this. Not how should I do it? How will it happen? What do I keep telling you? Don't just come to me with problems. What do I want to hear from you?
Solutions.
You're churning and coming up with some answer that you got from Baba or your own churning. Then I can spend some time. If you just want me to solve your work, you're just being lazy and careless. So instead, say like this, not what shall I do? But do I like this? By when will you satisfy this hope of Baba's? How much time do you need? Everyone has to become ready. If you are ready and have put up your hands, then what is your duty? Then now you're ready to make others equal to yourself. Bap Dada heard the result of all the news, all the programs that have taken place. They were good, and the result is also good, filled with lots of zeal and enthusiasm. Therefore, now have the faith that it has to happen, that you have to do this. Bring completion close. When you fluctuate a little, completion goes a little farther away. You are the ones who have to bring completion close, because what will time do if those who are going to rule are not ready? So when you fluctuate, you push the time further away, you push Baba further away, and you push your aim further away. There's all kinds of consequences of letting your mind go into waste and negativity. And that makes you now become an obstacle in Baba's task. Therefore, now stop making excuses or giving reasons for your fluctuation. But put the solution in front. The aim of all of you is to give the message to those who are suffering in sorrow and to liberate them. You cannot go into liberation without liberating them. So liberate them. The Father has come, and so he will give the inheritance to the children of the whole world, will he not? He will give you your inheritance of mukti, jivan mukti, but all are his children. So he has to give them their inheritance too, does he not? So their inheritance is mukti, liberation. And your inheritance is
Liberation and life.
jivan mukti. Until you give them liberation, you still can't go back either. So quit saying, I want to go to jivan mukti. Yeah, but you got to liberate them. Really? For this, perform this drill. Every day, become an angel 12 times. 12 times. And stay in the incorporeal stage 12 times. Day and night are 24 hours. And so you have to do this drill 24 times. You may sleep at the time for sleeping, not at the time of doing the drill of 12 times drill. 12 times angel, 12 times
Incorporeal.
incorporeal, 24 times a day. So why is he saying 12 and 12? Both need to be practiced. Going beyond matter and coming into matter, but being detached from matter. If you only practice beyond matter, how are you going to be able to come back into relationship with matter? That's angelic stage. Sleep, but increase this during the day. Oh, sorry. You may sleep at the time for sleeping, but that is not saying that you must not sleep. Sleep, but increase this during the day. Don't sleep Murli, don't sleep Amrit, but you can sleep in the day. When you have functions, you work through the whole day. You remain awake, do you not? So also make time to perform this drill. Acha? To all of you children everywhere who are loving to the Father, because those who are loving are definitely cooperative. And the return of love is that in a practical way, in every task, they will definitely cooperate with one another, with their bodies, their minds, wealth, and relationships. To such loving and cooperative children who are constantly absorbed in love for the Father, not just in love, but those who remain absorbed in love, and who always use their time and thoughts in all of the Father's tasks. Because at the confluence stage, your time and thoughts have a lot of value to those who create a reward in this one birth for many births. To such intense effort makers who use every virtue and every power according to the time. To you children who are filled with virtues and powers, lots and lots, multi-millionfold love, remembrance, and namaste. May you be merciful and fill all souls with power by becoming a lawmaker as well as the bestower of blessings. The soul has some desire, but because of not having courage, he's not able to achieve what he wants. You have a desire, you're actually quite capable, but you tell yourself, I don't have the courage. Even though he has that desire, then as well as becoming a lawmaker, that is, a bestower of this knowledge for such a soul, also be merciful and become a bestower of blessings. So be merciful, accept that they feel that way about themselves, even though it's untrue, and have mercy on them. But he said, as well as being a bestower of the knowledge. So you got to still tell them the truth, tell them the knowledge, tell them the solution, tell them what the problem is, which they don't want to hear, of course, but then also have mercy on them. Give that soul the extra power of your
Good wishes.
good wishes. However, you can only become an embodiment of such a bestower of blessings when your every thought is surrendered to the Father. Every thought means there's not a second that can pass by that you have to be surrendered. It's an attitude. Then it's surrendered. Okay? Fulfill the promise you made to surrender every moment, every thought, and every action of yours. Die alive. He didn't say that. I added that, but that's what he's asking. Slogan, remain aware of your true form, and you will have the power of truth. Avyakt signal, sweetness and humility. Bhakdana now wants to see the sparkling jewel of complete purity on the forehead of each of your children. He wants to see your eyes constantly sparkling with spirituality, to hear sweet and invaluable words and see contentment and humility in your actions. Wow.